All right, folks. Today's video is about a guy named Jeffrey Toobin. Jeffrey Toobin is a CNN contributor who was fired after working for the broadcasting company for about 30 years. He was fired because during the whole time last year when everyone was doing Zoom shit during COVID, even, CNN was having to do everything by Zoom. Everybody remembers that Cuomo had the Rona and everything. Well, Jeffrey Toobin was fired because, apparently an alarming epidemic number of people have done, finished his part of the call, didn't turn off his camera, didn't turn off his microphone, and on camera, live on air on CNN, sat down in front of his webcam and started furiously masturbating. He was fired. Just recently this week, he got his job back. So you got to ask, how does a man get his job back with CNN, supposedly the most prestigious news organization in the fucking world, after furiously masturbating not just on video call with all of his coworkers, but in front of the nation on live television? I'm going to be able to explain this in less than 15 seconds. Are you ready? All I need, it's like a speed run. Ready? Okay, so we're going to wikipedia.org/wiki/Jeffrey_Toobin. First fucking section. Ready? And time. Early life and education. Toobin was born to a Jewish family in New York City in 1960, son of Marlene Sanders, former ABC and CBS News correspondent, and Jerome Toobin, a news broadcasting producer. And done. Now, guess what? Technically, I beat that way faster because all I really needed to say was early life and education. Toobin was born to a Jewish family, and done. These people don't play by the same rules that we all have to. Okay, that's just the way it is. Can't say anything more than that because I am on a very tight leash. You're probably going to be seeing me on BitChute before long. This channel is in dire danger, but I'm not going to stop talking about shit like this. You wonder how a guy who jerks off on camera live in front of the nation and his coworkers, how does he get his job back after just a year of getting some therapy? He doesn't need therapy. He needs to be fired because anybody who could let such a thing happen can't have their job. And anybody in his position who did not have this man's background and racial characteristics would not get their job back. Now, you could try to say he's a Harvard insider, big-time lawyer, lots of connections. Sure. But we know the root cause of how Harvard has a very massive Jewish population compared to 2 to 2.4% of the population, but they are 20% of Harvard students. It's kind of their school, all right. And you've all heard of all the secret societies and the fraternities and whatnot, and these people make deals with each other. They cover each other's back. That's sure. If you don't want to go for the early life thing, which I think explains it flatly, plainly right there. These people don't play by the same rules that we do. But if you really wanted to just avoid the technically unavoidable racial angle to this, the guy is connected more than a mob boss, all right? If there's anybody who could get their job back, it's this guy. But we know why. Can you imagine? I don't know what you guys do for a living, but can you imagine if you just showed up to work and just started jerking off at your desk? Would you ever get your job back? Would you keep your job? The answer's fucking no. Okay? How do we take CNN seriously as the supposedly the biggest, major, most professional, the most prestigious fucking news organization in the world, hiring people who allow these kind of things to happen? That level of incompetence. They don't play by the same rules we do. They get away with whatever the fuck they want to. They're never punished. Keep that in mind.